I've got big issues with Yeat's album 2093. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not doing myself any favors putting this video out, but I gotta double down. Anthony Fantano just released his review of this album, gave it a great review, an 8 out of 10, surprised a lot of people, but we're seeing this big flip. Now everybody loves it, and you come to a point where you have to decide, am I going to double down with what I said before, or am I gonna flip? And guess what? I'm doubling down because this is what I actually think. And here are the issues. I just think that this isn't a super strong album. I think it's too long, and I think a lot of people have agreed with that. I like that Yeat went with this concept album. It's cool, it's fun. Is it as experimental as everybody's saying? I just am not convinced of that. I don't think this is so experimental that he's doing something totally different in the genre. Yes, he's experimenting within his own creativity, and that's great. I'll give kudos to Yeat. He is improving every single album. I've not really been a huge Yeat fan in the past, but this album has made him be on my radar at least. But this is where it all comes down to. I just don't understand why people are saying this is so experimental and that this is so huge for the hip-hop industry and for rap music as a whole. It's not. He's basically just rapping over the score / soundtrack of Blade Runner 2049 or Tenet or Tron Legacy. All of these sounds have been around for so long. He's not doing anything unique and crazy with his production. Yes, it's different for him, but it's not different for the industry. Playboi Carti has had similar sounds. Travis Scott, similar sounds. All of these sounds are very, very similar to what's happening currently. But seriously, go and listen to some of those soundtracks. Blade Runner 2049, Tron Legacy, Tenet. It sounds the same. And honestly, if he had gotten Ludwig Göransson or whatever his name is that scored Tenet and The Mandalorian to do his production, which he has done stuff with Childish Gambino in the past, it probably would have been way better and way more experimental. So my rant is almost over. I just want to say, I guess, that I just don't think that this is worth all the hype, and I don't think it's as experimental as everybody's saying it is. His flow isn't that great. Like, come on. He's not a great rapper by any means. I know a lot of people say he mumbles all the time, and like, that's whatever. That's just his style. You have to get used to that. But I just don't find his flows great. His lyricism is okay. It's not amazing. It's not blowing me away. I think what is cool about this is the concept album itself and the fact that he's stepping out of what he's done in the past. So kudos to him on those things. I just think overall this is a pretty mid album that is just so bloated, so full of all kinds of extra tracks that don't need to be there.